So tonight I watched a film for 52 Films by Women. I'm almost done. I think I'm at 45, so I'm getting there. Um, this one was from one of my favorite directors, Gillian Armstrong. I've realized that I'm missing more than half of her filmography, especially if you count all her documentaries. But if you don't count the documentaries, I'm still missing half of her narrative features, and that just seems wrong because I love her so much. So I've been trying to catch up, and tonight I watched her 1987 film High Tide, where she reunited with Judy Davis, and it's as great as you would expect a reunited Gillian Armstrong and Judy Davis 1980s film to be. It also has a really badass poster. Go look the poster up. But so Judy Davis plays a woman who is a bit of a drifter. She's a singer, backup singer for an Elvis impersonator. She's gotten herself fired and stranded in a small town with a car that's broken. Oops. Obviously, this is Australia. Unbeknownst to her, she befriends a girl who, well, she knows she's befriending a girl. She befriends a girl because she's, gotten drunk and the girl helps her. But unbeknownst to her, this girl turns out to be the daughter she left behind, not in this town, but abandoned at some point when her daughter was an infant. And so the rest of the film is sort of her coming to terms with the fact that she's face to face with her daughter again, her mother-in-law being upset that this woman is back in her life, dealing with the grief of her husband who died, and how this daughter reminds her of the husband, and that's sort of why she abandoned her. And so it's a very emotional film having to do with connections and misconnections and familial ties and all kinds of things like that. And it's beautifully acted. Judy Davis is such an amazing actress. The fact that she has not won an Oscar yet is just a travesty. The daughter is played by Claudia Carvan. I've not seen her in anything before, but she was great. And she wants to be a surfer, which I'm always like, yes, lady surfers. It's beautifully shot. The cinematographer was Russell Boyd, and the art direction is not listed on here, but the art direction is beautiful. It's just a gorgeous film. There's a part in the film that I found very interesting. The only gig she can get to raise money to fix her car is stripping, and the first time, artful stripping, but the first time you see it, they don't show it. They show her sort of boyfriend like waiting behind the scenes while she does it, and it's very non-judgmental, and I really dug that. And then the second time you see it, you see her actually doing it, and it's pretty much, she looks just as unhappy as she did as a backup singer for Elvis with this ridiculous blonde wig, but people are losing their shit, and I found that whole sequence really interesting, and I think says a lot about men, I guess, in that a woman can be completely unhappy and fake looking, but she's taking her clothes off, so you're excited, and the fact that no one in the film really judges her for that is quite wonderful. It's just a beautiful film. It's on the coast part of Australia. Well, a lot of Australia is a coast, but it's not outback. It's like, this is coastal Australia. It's beautiful. You see the waves. It's just very sunny. There was an ice cream truck. It really made me wish I was hanging out on a beach with a soft serve ice cream. It's written by Laura Jones. I don't think I've seen anything else that she's written. Oh, nope. Okay. She also wrote An Angel at My Table, so that explains a lot. And she wrote Portrait of a Lady, and she wrote Oscar and Lucinda. Oscar and Lucinda is one of the Armstrongs that I haven't seen. So she's worked a lot with Jane Campion as well as Gillian Armstrong. That's fantastic. That makes me really happy. She also wrote Angela's Ashes. Interesting. So High Tide's the only original screenplay she's written, apparently. Well, obviously this is a name I should have known since she's done several films that I enjoy. And it's produced by Sandra Levy, and it was sort of written by Armstrong and Levy, and Jones sort of developed all together. And then when they brought Davis in, she helped work on it too. And apparently, it was originally supposed to be a drifter dude, but then reconnecting with a child he'd left behind. But Gillian Armstrong saw another film about basically that same thing, and she'd realized with that and Paris, Texas, and Paper Moon, and several other films that there were plenty of films about men who'd abandoned children and reunited. But wouldn't it be interesting to just explore that concept, but with a woman? And I feel like it really works. This film is not widely available. I had to get it from a friend. It's really, you have to sort of go on the underground cinephile railroad to find this film, which is a real shame because it's such a great movie. It was streaming on Netflix a few years ago, apparently, and I missed it. Like, I found out that it was streaming after it was no longer streaming, so that's sort of my luck. Hopefully you can catch it somewhere because it's so good. And I hope to keep plunking on Gillian Armstrong. Hopefully maybe by the end of the year I can finish off her filmography because she's so good. She's so good. So this was Gillian Armstrong's High Tide from 1987, starring the incomparable Judy Davis. If you don't know who Judy Davis is, I don't know what to say to you, but you should look her up and watch all her movies. Judy Davis is amazing. High Tide.